regular update from Tashkent, Uzbekistan. My name is Konstantin and this is Inside Russia. Welcome, my friends. Great to see you all here. Thank you for joining me and thank you for spending some of your precious time on Sunday. Sometime with me. I hope it's going to be 1 hour, perhaps some a little bit less, but thank you anyway. Fantastic to have you here at the stream. I'm going to share some interesting information. Information you will not get anywhere in the news, not in the Russian news, not in the Western news. This is exclusive. This is what I've been seeing around me, and it's fresh, if you know what I mean. It's just a recent development. My regular tea helps me a lot during the streams because my throat just gets dry because of speaking too much. This is Assam that I bought here in Tashkent. Things are... My stream is, as usual, divided into two parts. First part is message free, comments free, and I'm delivering my message to you during the first part, and I don't want to be interrupted. Second part, fantastic to read your chats. Sometimes I receive super chats, that's appreciated. So I converse with you in the second part of the stream, and today, same thing. Thank you, my wonderful mods. Lorna, Mommy, Robert Bates, Harry Potternen. It's been a long day. It's Sunday. Pinball, Bob S, Julie F, Yarn Prepper. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome and you rock. Without you, the streams would not be possible. I want you to know that. Thank you so much for joining again. We have quite a few people watching right now, 458, good number. And I would like my mods give me 5x5 if you can hear and see me well. Excellent. I have 5x5 from Mommy, from Lorna, Robert Bates, and Bob S. Thank you. My friends, without further ado, let me just jump into my message. It's very, well, you decide on your own what it is. This is, of course, about military operation that is taking place in Ukraine. I would like to speak of Russian people. And my message to you is, I've been asking this over and over and over again. Please, do not give up on us, Russian people, just yet. I know what is the general attitude towards Russia and the Russians outside of Russia. I know that the entire world has united against Ukraine. I know that sanctions have been put on Russia. It's #1 sanctioned country in the world. It's worse than North Korea and Iran and Venezuela. And that's not a very good company to be in. Not only Russia is in their company, Russia has gotten far away from them, so to speak. I know what's going on, but I am asking and begging you, please do not give up on us yet. I would like to tell you what I have been seeing with my own eyes in the past 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Let me take a few steps back. When first military operation started, on the 24th of February, no one expected it. No one had known anything about that. Had not known anything about that. It was such a shock to all people, all Russians. I don't even know how to describe. I personally was dismayed. My heart was broken. I was bleeding. I was shocked, and many Russians were feeling just like I was. The days followed, and a strange thing started happening. I told many times in my streams the cancel culture was introduced. They were the Russian society was divided into two groups. One group was supporting this military operation, and the second group was opposing it. Okay, the ones who were supported were the majority, just from my point of view, from what I have been seeing, and the small group of people was the one who was not. They were against. They were not supported. And then the heavy artillery of Russian media was turned on. Okay, it started bombarding people with information. You see, I studied in college. I studied ways how media can influence people. Okay, they were teaching us that. They were teaching us some tools, methods, and so forth. And I have been seeing some of the methods applied to this situation. Okay, it's really hard to fool me personally. Perhaps it's not too hard to fool other people in Russia, many more people in Russia. Perhaps a lot of people in Russia are not informed, or very little informed, or misinformed, or whatever, and a lot of people were getting information about the whole thing, and their opinion was being formed heavily based on what they were hearing from TV. Okay. And had been going on for quite some time, for about 4 weeks, and at first everything was kind of okay. First week, we couldn't even suspect anything wrong with this operation. But then something happened. I started getting bits and pieces of information from different sources. They're all government sources. For example, a little bit from Ministry of Defense, a little bit from Vladimir Putin's press secretary, a little bit from one of the ministers, a little bit from the head of the central bank. And you see, the big picture is formed from this little bits and pieces. Okay, and the first bell rang when the operation was started. The first thing we learned about, actually, Lorna, my moderator, she sent me email saying, "Hey, Konstantin, look what's going on. They closed airspace above your city." And I couldn't believe it. I called up airport, I think. I checked the news, and yes, all flights out of Rostov and into Rostov were cancelled due to some emergency situation. And I went to bed. I woke up 5 hours later. Putin was addressing us, saying that he was forced to make the decision to start this operation, right? But the first information about the airports in the south of Russia, Krasnodar, Rostov-on-Don, I think Voronezh, Mineralные Vody, there were a few airports, major airports around that area. They were closed until March 2nd. And the message was given us, don't worry, everything is going after March 2nd. All flights will continue after March 2nd. If you want, you can get your money back. You return your ticket, you'll get refunded. But if you want to wait just one short week, and that, folks, is important. It's exactly what they were saying. If you want to wait for one short week, everything's gonna go back to normal. Okay? And that's a hint for a certain plan in existence. And then on February 28th, I think, or perhaps on March 1st, around 5 days after that start of the operation, all of a sudden, without any big announcement to us, because there was big announcement in the news for initial closing of the airports, and in the news they were saying, don't worry, they're closed until the 2nd of March, period. Everything's gonna go back to normal after 2nd of March. But then, I think on the 1st of March or 28th of February, they prolonged this special situation until the 8th of March, okay? After they prolonged numerous times, and now the still airports are closed, okay? And they keep on prolonging the special situation in the airports, but they're not vocal about it anymore. It's not a secret, but they kind of keep it quiet, hush hush, okay? That's it. So first time I learned that they've prolonged the closings of airports in the south of Russia. Something rang the bell. Something wasn't going according to the plan. Okay, then of course that was my thought number one about something's not going right, something's not going well. There's something they're not telling us. Okay, and then there, of course, there are so many officials, so many new laws, so many announcements, so many things. Ring number two, the bell number two, so to speak, thought number two of things not going well. For the first 3 days, Russian press secretary of Ministry of Defense, his last name is Konashenkov, I think he's a general, don't quote me on that. He's a press secretary, right? He would come up every single day and he would joyfully announce that everything going according to the plan. Russian Air Force striking the precision strikes, not touching soldiers, civilians, they're just bombing military facilities. And this message was so joyous, like, yes, we are conducting this operation of denazification, demilitarization. And at the end, for the first 3 days, he kept saying, casualties on the Russian side are 0. 3 days in a row. On the 5th day, his mood changed a little bit. He was not so joyous anymore. He was just like a press secretary saying something, oh, we destroyed so many vehicles, blah, blah, blah. But at the end, he did not say casualties 0. Technically, he did not lie, okay? But he just kept information to himself. They didn't release any information. And the first time they released information on our soldiers killed, and it was a shock to me and to all people, 498. That was on the day 7 of this military operation. Okay, that was, thought number 2, that something is going terribly wrong, because, in Afghanistan, Soviet Union lost 9,000 soldiers that were killed in action over 500 weeks. And in Ukraine, Russian army lost 498 soldiers killed in action just in 1 week. 500 versus 1. Are you seeing the difference? Whoa. But now, back to main message of my stream. Russian people, many of them, gladly picked up the idea that we were, Russian army was liberating, denazificating, demilitarizing Ukraine, and they just aggressively started promoting this idea, okay? They started canceling people who disagreed, they started getting into the fights, they were very aggressive and so forth. People were being pumped with the information about this stuff, okay? And it's been 5 weeks. Soon it'll be 6 weeks. And last week, a couple weeks ago, really started something really strange started happening. People's mood started changing. Because at this point, it is absolutely clear that things are not going to the plan. No one really told us what the plan is, but we all assume, because we're all grown men and women, we all assume that if military, army, starts executing special military operation, so-called, in other countries that is called a different name, much shorter one, but that's how they call it here in Russia. If they start executing, then they must have a plan. This is the army, for God's sake. They must have a plan. They do have a plan. Because if they do it without plan, then all the military personnel should be fired and put to jail for treason. Okay? So I'm pretty sure that they're professional enough to have the plan. Of course, no one tells us the plan. And it's clear that 4 weeks later, things are not going according to the plan. Let me ask you something. 3,000 dead soldiers, and that's what I hear about the Russian Ministry of Defense. And I hope that you read between the lines, right? So over 3,000 killed in action boys. Is that a plan? I would think that it's not the plan. Something's going terribly wrong, right? Russian army hasn't been able to conquer, to take over Kiev and Kharkov. And these are two major cities. Kharkov is right on the border, right next to Russia, literally minutes away from the border. And Kiev is where Ukrainian leadership is. And if you want to denazify country, you got to change its leadership. Okay, that just makes sense. Logic and common sense. But if you haven't taken over that city yet, somehow in 4 weeks, and have not changed leadership, then how can you denazify a country, right? Just again, this is my common sense here. I'm asking a question. I'm not stating anything. So, Kiev still being run by the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, Kharkov as well. That's not really, things not going according to the plan, right? And then, about 10 days ago, I started noticing that many people who had been very aggressive in their dealings with people who do not support the operation, they kind of started mellowing down a little bit. And they kind of started taking a little pause, taking a break, okay? Something changed about 10 days ago. And I was thinking about it, and I thought, listen, I gotta give it some time because it could be just me. I could be going crazy, because I could be misjudging the whole situation because I'm so much under stress and so forth. But then another thing happened on the 29th of March. Russian general announced that Russian troops, was it on the 29th of March? Perhaps later. Anyway, within the last few days, the Russian general announced that Russian military, Russian army, is actually retracting to the east, back to Russia, well, towards Russia, and to the south, back to, like, towards Donbass. And let me tell you, it went in the news like it's not a big deal. It's just another news from the military, from the Ministry of Defense. And that's not a fake, that's official news, okay? But that, my friends, is a bomb, because that changes everything. It shows that something is really, really not going wrong, not going right, not going according to the plan. Something is really going wrong, you know? Because why would you leave this area around Kiev? Because your target number one is Kiev, obviously, okay? No, it's not official, no one has told us, but obviously. Because in Kiev, it's a leadership, it's the capital. Out of all Ukraine, if you go anywhere, you gotta aim at Kiev, right? You gotta take over the city, hopefully with minimal losses of civilians, army, whatever. But you gotta take the city and you gotta change the leadership. That new leadership that hates Nazis and denazify the country with you, works with you, okay? That's what you're gonna do. And it hasn't been done. And all of a sudden, the attempts at that, attempts were there. I mean, how many times Russian army attempted to take over Kiev? Numerous times, continuously, right? And all of a sudden, they pick up and they leave. Whoa. Let me tell you, that was a very unusual, very strange effect on Russian people, the ones who support this military operation. People kind of stopped doing what they were doing and started asking questions. Kind of questions I am asking all the time. Kind of a questions that I was asking in my yesterday's stream, okay? Tough questions to Vladimir Putin or the government. And it's obvious, if we are, withdrawing from Kiev and we are just not touching Kiev anymore, then what are we doing? What the hell are we doing? Okay? What are the goals? What about denazification? Hey, let's denazify. But you cannot denazify a country with keeping the old president who supposedly was pro-Nazi, and he was letting the country Nazify. You cannot do that, right? But all of a sudden, you stop attempts of doing that. That's not wrong. That's not right. That's not cool. You either didn't tell us in the past something, all right? Or someone made a big mistake. And people started asking questions. And the next question is, why? It's the most important question. If we're withdrawing, all over the news, Russian news, that Russian negotiation group that deals with Ukrainians every day is ready to sign a peace agreement that would stop all the fighting. Wait a second. What? The peace agreement? We haven't denazified the country. Perhaps we have, but let us know. Do not keep us in the dark. Have we demilitarized it? But give us the numbers. How many Nazis we put to jail, killed, or what? How many Nazis fled the country? Who were the Nazis? Give us their names. You must know, right? What about the troops of the Ukrainian army? How many tanks did you destroy? How many planes did you destroy, and so forth? What did you do to demilitarize the country? Okay, please let us know. And they're silent. And people start, let me tell you, if person is not answered questions, very simple, very understandable questions, like I've been telling you right now, then there's anger starts growing inside of that person, okay? And imagine how many people have not been answered these questions. Very simple, the questions that must be answered, okay? But kept in the dark. Imagine how many people had something started growing inside of them, okay? And the president of Russian Federation is an elected official. They were elections held in 2018. The next elections will be held in 2024, which is not too far away, okay? And if these questions are not answered, or we are not given explanations of what the hell happened from February 24th, 2022 to March, 31st, April 1st, whatever, of 2022, if those explanations will not be given to us, then how that person is expecting to be reelected? Or how the senators, Russian senators, how they gonna get reelected? Because first thing they need to do, they need to explain what the hell that was in Ukraine. What kind of a special military operation we as Russian taxpayers were, or we actually still, we have been paying for, because that operation is costing us money out of our pocket. A lot of Russians, I seem like to be the only Russian who understands that it's taxpayers' money. Everybody thinks, oh, it's government's money. Yeah, but where does the government gets the money from? Our taxes, natural resources that belong to all population of Russian Federation, right? Our personal income taxes. Not cool. Okay, so we're paying for this special military operation. We're paying for the Russian army, and they need to come up with pretty good explanation of what the hell happened. And the biggest question I'm seeing is why? Why? You gotta tell us what you have achieved if you sign peace treaty. So our economy is ruined. We are under sanctions. Everyone hates us in the world now. Why? What was the reason? Denazification, explain who you denazified. Demilitarization, explain who and what you demilitarized, okay? Just explain. Perhaps we can understand that, okay? But so far, no answers. So far, it seems like there is chaos. There is panic. They're saying everything is going according to the plan to a T. What kind of plan is that? And that, my friends, is the message. And I'm asking you, do not give up on us yet. Because you see what's going on. People's opinions are changing. People start asking questions. And very strong feelings are being born as I speak and as you listen. And if nothing is happening, like nothing has been happening, no explanations given, we have not been given like anything, no information about like what happened during the past 5 weeks. If we are kept in the dark and we will be continued kept in the dark, then the bad feelings will start growing more and more inside of millions of people. And that's not good. I don't like that. I don't like when bad feelings are like fill people up, I know, I've experienced it myself for the past 30 days. Actually 39 already. So that's not a good feeling. So please do not give up on us yet. That's it. Couple more things. Interesting development, the latest news, developing news right now, or how you say it, breaking news. Russian senators have come up with a new law, and I think they're going to pass it within 2 days, that makes leaving Russian market due to sanctions by foreign governments a criminal offense. Meaning if the high management of the companies, let's say McDonald's, like McDonald's is forced to leave, for example, forced to leave Russia because the sanctions are put onto Russia. And if McDonald's leaves due to the Western governments making McDonald's leave, then the top managers, the CEO and probably his deputies, her deputies, will be a subject of criminal investigation, and they clearly would break Russian criminal law, okay? Because Russian officials are saying if companies leave, that can destroy Russian economy. No fucking shit, okay? That's right, and that's what the sanctions are aimed at. That's just common sense. Otherwise, no one would put sanctions, right? So they say, no, 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 you cannot leave because that's going to put Russian economy in danger. And if you leave, you're going to go to jail. Nice law. I'm telling you, they making up these laws every single day. They just, I have no words. Whew. All right, I would like to hear some good news from you guys and girls. Would you please give me some good news? Let me know if you watched my video about my apartment, and if you have, you understand where I am streaming from and what my apartment here in Tashkent looks like. That would be interesting to learn your opinions. And in general, just give me something good. Because what's going on is not good. It's not good. This question why starts appearing inside of me, and it's becoming stronger and stronger. It looks like we just took a shotgun and shot ourselves into both feet and both ankles. And we just laying on the ground screaming and bleeding. But we did it to ourselves with no reason, with no apparent reason. You see, that's, yeah. And then those bullets, they ricochet and, they shot our neighbors. Okay, so that's what the situation is like. So we hurt our neighbor and or neighbors, and we hurt ourselves. For what? Please keep this chat clean. If you are just joining, my name is Konstantin, and I am live streaming from Tashkent, Uzbekistan. I'm here on some business. I just delivered my message for the stream. That's first part. And the second part is conversing with you, reading the live chat, live stream chats, comments, and answering them. That really is therapeutic for me. That helps me. I love doing that. But please keep this chat clean, because Russia is not the safest place anymore, and I, unfortunately, I'm not so safe. It's just don't put me into more danger. I've asked my mods to run virtual gulag here, so I don't go to a real one. Let me read a few comments. My mods: Yarn Prepper, Lorna, Robert Bates, Julie F. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. Susan Gitz. Konstantin, saw your apartment tour. What do you think? Eladio: Konstantin, your apartment is not so bad. Keep it up. It's not so bad. It reminds me of my childhood, Soviet apartment I was growing up. Actually, today I had the idea of making a video on how I have gone back to the past in the time machine, because this whole life here in Tashkent reminds me of the USSR. Things like, I don't have a car here. I walk all the time, literally. I take cabs sometimes, but I try to walk. That's what happened to me when I was growing up. They turn off cold and hot water a few times a day. I cannot take a shower when I want to. That's just brings my memories back so bad. This apartment is a replica of the apartment that I was growing up, or only ours was bigger. Ours was a 2-bedroom apartment. This is 1 bedroom. So everything, anywhere I look, the windows are Soviet windows. Everything is kind of run down. It's nothing posh here, So I want to make a video, comparison video. Tashkent right now, today, and the USSR, how similar the situations are. So it's not too bad, keep it up. Well, it's not too good either, not my favorite place. I watched your video of your place, says Leo P. No comment. The news today are stomach turning. Cannot comment further. Please do not comment. I have seen the news. They are stomach turning. I don't know what to think, really. Again, I'm dismayed. Russian Ministry of Defense made a press release basically saying it's all fakes and disinformation. Well, Russian Ministry of Defense has a reputation, actually. So many people, I think 5 or 6 people emailed me with this news, okay? So trust me, I know their stomach turning. I don't even want to. Please don't comment here, because that's just not going to be good for me. I know you're not informing me. I know, and I don't know what to say. If that's true, my friends, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. I hope it's not true, but I mean, the fact is fact, right? Atanias, hello from Bulgaria. Hi there. Hi from Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Salarim, hello Konstantin. Moscow accused Ukraine of the Belgorod incident. How are people taking that? I don't really know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how they're taking that. But it just kind of makes sense if you do in special military operation that the opposite side would give you the answer, symmetrical answer, right? So what is there to talk about, to think about? This is the special military operation. We should be prepared for anything. If someone let Ukrainian helicopters fly into Russia, then let me tell you, I would have so many questions to the Army, Air Force, and our missile best in the world, and yet this happens. Someone got to be responsible for this, for letting it happen, okay? For letting the defenses down. New sponsor, Milan Plachek. Welcome. Thank you so much, Milan. Frank in Texas, hi there. Gloria Roberts, greetings. Joe Douglas, morning from New Zealand. Wow. Thank you, my friends. You know, you being here is very, I feel great about it. Very therapeutic, you know. We have 3,200 people watching right now. That's huge. Thank you. Susan S. Unfortunately, the shots were more like shots to the face. Susan S. I don't know what to say if that's true. To say I'm ashamed would be to say nothing at all. I've been saying that all along, that I'm ashamed of the actions. But this is beyond shame, you know. Another sponsor, thank you so much. Michal, am I pronouncing it right? Last name, I don't even try. Svechla, thank you. Exploring with Azunas, $5 super chat, thank you so much. For some TV wire guards, gotta keep the place trip proof. Yeah, trip proof. Yeah, this place is quite something, you know. If you have any questions, by the way, about this place, I would love to answer them. Please put them in caps. Michael Anton Sue. Michael, I'll keep it that. $5 super chat, no message. Thank you so much. 10 bucks from Marion Mills. I guess business will be rushing to leave Russia before that new law is passed. Others will want to voluntarily leave before they are sanctioned. Again, Marian, I don't know what to say about this new law. It's not the law yet. It hasn't been signed into existence. They're just working on it. I think they have come up with the body of law, and it'll take them a couple days to pass it. But let me tell you, I don't understand what they're doing. Right now, tomorrow, all companies who remain in Russia, they will leave. All their management will flee Russia. What are these people doing? I keep on praying every single day for God to put sense into the heads of some people. It's not happening, you know. So I don't know what to say. It's crazy. Time Work Cyborg, £10. Konstantin, you speak 100% sense. On a happy note, I want to travel to Russia when this is over. Wonderful people, beautiful places. Peace to you and family. If this continues, that Russia is not going to be considered a beautiful place, and Russian people will not be considered as wonderful people, you know, that's what I'm afraid of. By the way, I want to get it off my chest for you, with you guys, with you being so many people watching. Oh, by the way, so many people watching, please sign for my Telegram channel. In case they shut down internet in Russia, we will have a way to stay and communicate inside Konstantin's Russia. Mods, could you please put links about like to the Telegram channel? I would really appreciate it, you know. Piotr Mlinarz, Polish money. Stay strong, you're ray of light and darkness. Sometimes, thank you, Piotr, for 10 money. Sometimes when I hear something like I heard today, my knees get weak and I don't know what to say. And this is, it's I don't know. It's one thing, this should not be happening. It shouldn't have happened. Piotr Novak, 50 Czech money, Czech kronas. Hi Konstantin, hello from Czech Republic. Good luck in this difficult time. I'm glad that there are responsible, sympathetic Russians like you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Good luck in this difficult time to all of us. It's just not affecting us or Ukrainians only. It's affecting everyone. It's affecting our economies. Your economy is not getting stronger because of what's all BS going on. American economy is not getting stronger. Japanese, European countries. For what? Just answer me one question. For what? Why? Why did it have to happen? Okay? What is the higher purpose? $20 from Marlene Singer. Thank you, no message. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Your money is your message. That's support, thank you. Look, I didn't really expect, it kind of hit me really unexpectedly. I was kind of hoping to have a more lighthearted stream. But anyway. DK, land grab. Like Russia needs more land. Like Russia needs freaking more land. We have so much land that's not being used. 9/10 of the country. For what? a lot of Russians are saying, well, you know what? They would put NATO bases there. Wake freaking up. NATO bases are all around Russia. In Turkey, borders Russia. In Estonia, in Lithuania, Latvia, or I think it's 2 countries out of the 3. Up north, Poland, Germany, Italy, France, everywhere. We are surrounded by NATO bases. And what? If NATO countries would start invading Russia, I would be the first one who would take up arms and would go and defend my country, okay? But correct me if I'm wrong, but no one has invaded us. So it's not money, it's not land grab, my friend DK. All right, forgive me, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm gonna start breaking down and falling apart. Leo P, $20 Canadian super chat for meat. High protein plus veggies works for me. Just in case YouTube, you know. Thank you. Second day success, no meat. I had, let me just acknowledge super chats. Rough VH, €5. I hope this gives you at least one smile today. Thank you. I smiled quite a few times today. It was not a bad day, you know, it's just... I learned about this thing today in the evening. Michael Sprinkle, $10. When this ends, will you help us find a Niva to bring to the States? No problem. Or are they more primitive than minimalist? That's a good one. Yeah, I got the joke. They are, I would say they're minimalist, okay? You should see the cars that they have in Uzbekistan. I actually filmed a few. Perfect conditions in and out of Ladas made in the early 80s, antique, and people still drive them. Perfect condition. I've seen 2 so far. I've seen Zaporozhets, which is, you cannot find Zaporozhets. You can find Lada, but not Zaporozhets. Look it up. Incredible. It's just, you instead of Russia, you should come and visit this place or bring a car from here. Karen and Buzz in Texas, $10, no message, but $10 is the message strong enough. Thank you so much. Marlene Singer, yeah, I saw that. Let me tell you a little bit about my diet here in Uzbekistan. I'm actually very glad. I'm not glad to be here in general, but I'm glad for a few small things. And one of the things, it's probably the biggest thing that I'm glad about, is the food. Uzbekistan, best in the world. Veggies, best in the world fruits. Hands down, I have not had anything better than this in my life. You buy tomato, and it's basically early spring, okay? It's early April. All tomatoes that are grown here are greenhouses, and they taste worse than real tomatoes. But even from the greenhouses, they are so good. They replace me meat. I don't crave meat anymore because every time I eat a tomato and it's just so good. Wow, thanks for quite a few super chats. Reezy Gray, hello from Canada, Mr. Popular. Thank you, Reezy. Mr. Popular always makes me smile when I read it. Do you think Russians' desire for info about operation will grow if more current events we can discuss are revealed? Better believe it. Russians are not monsters. Russians are not stupid. Russians can be influenced easily, but you know what? They still think, and if things are revealed, if Russians start using their brains, then they will be asking questions. Or will Russians turn away from such info? Some probably can, but it's not because they're stupid or anything, but because it's, you seeing what's happening to me right now, it hurts. It's too, some people are not strong enough to withstand this pain. They would just turn away and be like ostriches. They would just put, like, when there's a danger, they just stop and put their head into the ground. That's it. Some, but most Russians, they would probably face it. 7.99 Australian. Hi Konstantin, is English commonly spoken in Tashkent? No. Greetings from Australia, my Polish wife and I am wishing you and the good Russian people well. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, Uzbek. Russian is spoken widely, English very little. The Fin, 5 euro, thank you so much. And Ultra Sassy Becca, $5. I'll be visiting Uzbekistan possibly in a few months. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I hope I'm not going to be in Uzbekistan in a few months, unless something good really comes up. But if I am, I'd love to meet you. Eladio Munitz, if you come to Spain, be my guest. Thank you so much. I will make you a maximalist paella. Oh, I love paella. Thank you, Eladio. So many people are being nice, come to different parts of the world to host me, and I might one day. I hope, LM $20. You are always honest, Kay. I want to be honest. It's hard for the West not to give up on the Russian people. I know. The fact that your camp is shrinking is scary. The promo of the Z thing, I'm trying to keep the faith. LM, I don't know what to tell you. I understand where you're coming from, and all I can do is pray. That's it. Riven, 15 Canadian. Have you been able to receive the super chats? Either way, I'm glad you're enjoying your time in Uzbekistan, but I hope you may return to your family soon. Greetings from Australia. Well, first of all, thanks for support, thanks for the money, and let me answer the question. I am hoping to return soon. I don't know when, time will tell, but I speak to my family. Perhaps they could come visit me soon, I don't know. We'll see. So far, I received super chats. Well, not just super chats. Money from YouTube, they consist of different parts. First of all, it's money from advertisements that are shown in videos. Then it's super chats, then it's super stickers, then it's sponsorship, and then all amounts to the amount that creator gets from YouTube. I was able to receive money for February, okay, and I did receive it on the 24th of March, not too long ago. The amount was not that great, nothing major. But for March, I got so many super chats, and I plan on, I hope that I will receive them. I hope Russian government will do anything to cut us off, and I hope that Google and YouTube will not do anything to cut us off. So I hope to receive it. I'm still keeping my job, so like I promised, I will donate a part of the super chats that I will receive to the, I'll film the whole thing, and I will, put it up, upload it on YouTube so you can see it. And I will make a reserve fund for me, because my job, I still have my job, but you know what, it's worse and worse. We are down to 3-day work week. A lot of people have been cut, like their pay has been cut by 40%, and it's not getting any better. So that's going to be a reserve fund for me. Hope I answered your question. Jordan, through. 20 pounds, buy yourself a beer on me, Constantine, you deserve it. From Scotland with love. Thank you so much. I will buy a beer in about 8 days because I've given up on meat and I've given up on alcohol. Not like that I drink too much, but my friend who is hosting me in Tashkent, he drinks. He drinks quite a bit. And every time we go out, he makes me drink, you know, a beer, a few shots of vodka, stuff like that. So I have drank over the last week more than I had drank in the past like 6 months before that, right? So I've given up on alcohol, and in about 10 days, 8 days, you know, that's a challenge for me. I will certainly have a beer. Thank you so much for your support. Weasel Ways, $20. We cannot allow this chaos to separate our worlds. Thank you for the risk you take in bringing us all together. You know what, Weasel Ways, I thank you for understanding that I am taking risks. I am taking risks, okay? You seeing any other people who doing the same thing that I'm doing? Nikki Proshin, quite a guy. He's not even close to openly discussing these things, but he's good. He's doing things, okay? He's going and filming protests and things like that. He's going live. So, and that's about it. That's about it. So, you know what? Thanks for appreciating. It really helps me too. Raven, okay, I answered that. James Dean, hi. Serial Super Chatter, $10. Keep strong, Constantine. We're with you. Thank you, mods. Thank you so much. PZ for 49 pounds. Respect to you, Constantine. Stay safe from UK. Thank you. Thanks for wonderful words and thanks for the money. Appreciate it. New sponsor, Thomas Algren. Welcome to Inside Russia. And a $50 super chat. Big one. Big Coleman. Bill Coleman. Serial super chatter. Constantine, my prayers are with you and all Russians. We need them. Thank you, Bill. We need prayers. We need them so bad. I gotta get something off my chest. Again, you know, I pledge to be honest with you. Mods, just give me a few minutes, you know, I'll wrap things up. $10 from Ash, yes. Stay safe, know that your heart sees the light in the world over the dark, and that you are sharing it with the others. We're all trying to do what we can to improve the situation. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know what to say. I appreciate your words and I message and I appreciate the money. Emmanuel L, 20 euro. Thank you, Emmanuel. That's also a pretty strong message that you just sent. AN 5 Belgian BGN. That should be enough for one more beer too. Not the big beer drinker, guys, to be honest with you. I'll have a couple beers, but I tell you what, I enjoy a pound of strawberries so much more than I enjoy a beer. Okay, I'm just revealing one of the facts, very personal facts about myself. But hey, the super chats are for the beer. I'll have a beer. I'll have a beer with my friend. I'll treat him too. Eli Kononovich, $15. Good job with your videos and putting your thoughts out. Thank you. Thank you for words and thanks for the super chat. Ricky Cade, $10. I rarely can see you live, but every day listen to your message and prayer later. Thank you. That really is important to me, Thanks. The Vidian Sodality, $10, no message. Serial super chatter, very good to see you and thanks for the message, the money message. Gabia Dan, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with last names. Dan Taiti. Gabia, €5. Greetings from Lithuania. Thank you for speaking up. We're strong. You know what, Gabia, thank you so much. Every time I have a person from Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania here in this live stream, every time I see a comment, every time they send me a message, a prayer, a super chat, that double touches my heart because of we have such a difficult history of relationship between our countries, and then instead of being angry with me or at me, you just send in good words. That's really touching. I just wanted to let you know. Yeah, unlocated Australia. Have some strawberries with those beers. Thank you so much. Thank you. Again, now, I'll be honest with you completely. I got a few hate mails in emails. I don't want to read them, but the message is pretty simple. People are saying, Konstantin, you're a scammer. All you care about is money. Super chats. You just collect super chats. You go live just for one reason. You already have enough money. Why do you need that? And basically, their message is, you're a scammer. You know what? I really appreciate you being here in these live streams. It's a feeling that cannot be described easily. Very strange. I had never felt anything like this before because I had never spoken in front of such huge audiences on things that are so dear to me and on things that come from my heart. I had not prayed publicly ever. Just for my family, privately, for myself, perhaps a couple friends, that's it. And I had never faced that my country doing special military operation on another country. I was taught from the very little age, very small age, that my country had never invaded anyone. My country was always defending itself. My country is good, righteous. And all of a sudden, my world has turned upside down and my country has declared a special military operation on the neighbor, on another country that I consider my second home, okay? I know that country very well, So certainly, a situation like that didn't happen in my life. I started live streaming every day to update you on what's going on. I get so many messages through comments, through emails, with support and good words, okay? That really makes me feel much better, okay? It makes me feel really strange, seriously, it's a feeling that I have never had before. Realized that all I want to do is deliver messages, okay? That's number one. And if I have to stream for 30 minutes, that's gonna be no comments, just like I'm doing every day. that, like, if I'm forced to cut it off by 30 minutes, just no chats, I would turn everything off. I would not get super chats, would not get support or money, because my message is number one. My prayer is number two, and actually our prayer, because you join me. And money is very appreciated by two things, by two reasons. First reason is money is appreciated because it's a dire situation for all of us. And money is appreciated because it's a message. It's a very strong message, because you part with your money, you work hard. Each one of you work hard. It means that my message touches you in a way that you send me some money, okay? I've never begged for money. I've never, like, asked deliberately, oh, give me super chats or something like that. No. I appreciate them so much. If you feel like sending, great. If you don't, just write me a comment. That's enough, okay? Everything that I've been saying here in the live streams is coming from my heart, okay? My feelings have changed about this operation. First, I was bleeding really, really hard, and I was breaking down. I fell apart in one of the live streams. If you were watching every day, then you saw me. I didn't know what to say. I was just dismayed, okay? And at one point, I realized that I was getting so many super chats that they were just, I was kept constantly thanking people, okay? And I talked to my mods and I said, listen, that's crazy. I want to do this. And I introduced this new thing. Then I turn off comments for 30 minutes so I can deliver message uninterrupted. My super chats have gone so much lower. I basically cut myself off a lot of super chats. But you know what? I really feel good about it, because I can deliver message uninterrupted. And then the next 30 minutes, I turn them on. So this is off my chest. I'm not a scammer. Everything that I do and say, it comes really from my heart. It's not about the money, it's about the messages. And now I realize more and more, okay, it's for praying. Because before, literally a few days before, I had not realized it was so important. It's something I would just finish my live stream with. But now I start feeling like feeling that I have had is becoming stronger. And I think that prayer might even be more important than my message to you, okay? I haven't decided. I haven't made up my mind, but this is what I'm feeling inside. So that's number one and number one. Super chats and conversing with you. Number two, very important, very much appreciated. Receiving money is great because it gives me confidence in my future, in my family future, and it gives me freedom, basically. Freedom for, let's put it this way, without super chats that I received, I would not be able to make it to Tashkent, okay? I bought tickets, I'm paying for my apartment, I'm paying for my food right now. That's from the super chats from February, all right? So much appreciated, but that's not the most important thing. So that's my message to you guys. I wanted to get off my chest, and to the ones who send me nasty emails saying I'm a scammer. I am not. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you, but I'm just, I'm being honest. I'm about 10 minutes over. I know my mods will be not happy about that. Thanks for Thomas Algren for 200 Swedish crowns. RC, Strawberries from Heaven. Thank you so much. Lorraine Presnowski, $10 serial super chatter. Hope you can see your family ASAP. I start missing them so bad. And RC, $20. Constantine AK, Mr. Popular, has scammed my heart. Use money prayers. And I couldn't care less. Thank you so much. That's, it's really, it affects me receiving emails with bad stuff, like, like I just told you about, but that you make it up to me by your messages, okay? Not necessarily money. Money is great also, but the messages, that, trust me, it balances out. Thank you so much, RC. $10 from Emmanuel L. Dear sir, dear Constantine, wishing you well and best from Germany. Danke schön. I wanted to tell you that I love the Russian people and will always shake hands. Likewise, I love German people and I always shake hands. Hope this tragedy ends immediately. Oh, my friend, Emmanuel, I just am hoping that we will overcome this, what has happened to us, as quickly and efficiently as you overcame what happened to you 80 years ago. Hopefully we can use your experience, in overcoming and in becoming good member of international community again. Jordan Frew, £10. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think I missed a few super chats. I apologize, guys. It's just sometimes I get emotional and I just keep on going. Yeah, Susan Hadley, $5. Being a Cold War AF Air Force vet, trained to beware of Russian spies and despise your country. Until I found you seeking info in Ukraine. 24, thank you. Susan, thank you so much for wonderful words, and that, trust me, fills my heart with love and with good things. Okay, some chats, some live streams are lighthearted and fun, and some are not. And this one has not been a fun one. But hey, what can you do? Heavy. It's pretty heavy. I want to pray a little different today. By the way, a few people emailed me. If you want me to mention you in the prayer, please email me. That will be guaranteed way that, I will put your name down and I will mention it in next day's prayer. I always say that, and I will say it again. If you are a believer, please join me in prayer. I'm sure you would, without even me asking. And if you are a non-believer, then join me in prayer anyway. I am asking you and I'm begging you. It's not gonna cost you anything except for a couple minutes of your time. And you might not believe in God, but He believes in you. And if you have goodness in you, and I'm sure you, all of us, we have goodness. If you have love in your heart, if you love other people, then that is God. Then you believe. Then you belong. So please join us in prayer. At first I would like to say, Lord and Savior, we pray for our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. Give them strength, courage, and grace. Bless people in Ukraine, our brothers and sisters, as we pray in your name. May your kingdom come, your will be done. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this day, this Sunday. Thanks for putting food on our tables, roofs over our heads, surrounding us with our family, children, grandchildren, loved ones, friends, colleagues, just good people. Thank you so much for that. I am praying today for people of Ukraine. I want you to stop the bloodshed as soon as possible. Please work through people who can make decisions on whether to stop this bloodshed. Please put sense into their heads, open their eyes so they can see what has been done to Ukraine, and they will be terrified. They will stop that immediately. Please open their hearts to fill them with love, compassion, and remorse, so they understand that this needs to be stopped as soon as possible. Please send angels to all people to protect people, all people in Ukraine. All, doesn't matter who they are, civilians, soldiers. Keep everyone out of harm's way. I also want you to help Russia. Something's really wrong is happening inside our country. It's hard to tell. Sometimes I feel like demons have hijacked my country and they're just running wild. Please help us to return to being good again. Please send your angels with sharp swords to fight and rid of demons and send them to hell where they belong to. Please help Russian people who are not well because of all this situation that is happening in Ukraine. Please send help to the ones who have been arrested, who have been prosecuted, who have been ridiculed, fought due to them wanting peace and wanting the truth. Please help the families of soldiers, both Ukrainian and Russian, whose members of the families died. Send them strength, peace, and love, remorse, compassion. Please fill their hearts with love. Please take care of our children. Give them wisdom as they grow up and becoming adults. Please keep them close to you so they, when they grow up, they will not fight like us, and they will have all countries, Russia, Ukraine, and all other countries in the world shine and be friends, be brothers, sisters to each other. Give them wisdom and keep demons out of our kids. Please forgive our sins. I would like to mention a few things, a few people in the prayers, in this prayer. People who need your help, and I want you to answer their wishes and prayers. Shay, Shannon, Rafaela from Hispanian, Rebecca Witzman, Melissa Dufo Asabikwi, Maria, Svetlana, her mom, her son Valentin, Annie Marie B, my son Michael, who is a little sick. He needs help to recover soon. Please answer these people's prayers and send them goodness. Thank you so much, dear God. Amen. Thank you, everyone. It's been a good stream. A little hard. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. There will be another video released about living here in Tashkent in Uzbekistan. I hope you will like it. It has nothing to do with politics or anything like that, but the stream will be on a pressing issue. So I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. You are absolutely awesome and you all rock. Thank you for coming to the stream, and I'll have a good rest of the day and have a good night.